G'day,
Hello there.
I'm Aussie Robbo,
I'm English Gent.
and welcome back to another episode where we are in New York.
Yep, this is vlog 2 of this little mini-series, and it's day 2, and we've got a pretty fun-packed day of new things to try. So first of all, we're going to be heading up to Summit at 1 Vanderbilt, which is a observation deck, which we've never tried before and is pretty new and supposed to be pretty spectacular. But also, we're going to head sort of to the edges of
New York and do the cable car.
Yeah, going to do Roosevelt, which is another thing we've only discovered recently. Then maybe try and get in a museum, Gutenberg hopefully. And then finally this evening we're going to be doing a musical with Josh Gad and Andrew Reynolds. More about that later. And then finish off the evening with a booking for a beautiful Italian restaurant we've discovered, which is a bit further downtown, called Serra.
So come and join us.
Right after this.
It is 10 o'clock in the morning. We have just left the hotel. It's actually not as cold as I expected it to be, but it appears to be snowing. Appears to be snow falling. And we just walked out of the hotel and we just walked past a film set, we think.
So it didn't give out snow this morning, and yet here we have snow. Yeah, we're going to take Park Avenue and walk up it and get something to eat on the way, because we're visiting the Summit at 1 Vanderbilt this morning, which I'm really looking forward to because it looks like an Instagrammer's dream, but the reality probably is going to be packed. But yeah, we're going to grab something to eat, probably Dunkin' Donuts or something. But yeah, it's cold, but it's not that cold.
No, not considering it's snowing.
Yeah, walking past the film set already. Just walking onto Madison Avenue.
So we just got out of Dunkin' Donuts, which was a Baskin-Robbins Dunkin' Donuts mashup, apparently.
Yeah.
Had breakfast. Not the best, even though I love Dunkin' Donuts. This wasn't the best food. So they got the order wrong on 3 different bits.
Out of 4?
Yeah. You ended up having a cheese twist type thing.
Yeah, which was basically dough with a slight taste of cheese, but nothing special.
But you didn't order that in the first place. I ordered an egg, cheese, and a fake turkey, like veggie turkey bacon.
Vegan bacon.
Yeah, they didn't have real bacon, or they didn't have real. Yeah, and it was quite tasteless actually.
Yeah, it wasn't
what I was hoping for. You know, I'd give that 2 shrimps and a barbie, and that's being generous because I'm giving it to Duncan.
My cheese twist I'd give 1.
But my drink was nice. It was like some sort of pineapple fresher thing.
Yeah, that was nice. I don't normally like that kind of stuff, but yeah, I like that. But I also, the coffee was average. It was like, I'd say 2 or 3. Yeah, 2.5 out of 5 Kenobis.
And then we finished off with a donut because it's Dunkin' Donuts. Some kind of strawberry with like decorations on. Although mine didn't have the decorations on when she put it in there.
They must have dropped off on the transit even though they were next to each other.
Really strong strawberry taste. How was yours?
Mine wasn't so strong with strawberry taste,
really?
But it had the sprinkles. Yeah.
Okay. Mine was extra strong with the flavour. But
3 Kenobis for the donut.
My first
standard.
of many Dunkin' Donuts while I'm in New York, hopefully.
Yeah, 3 out of 3 Kenobis.
And let's head off to...
Right, now we're finally going to go off to Summit at 1 Vanderbilt, and we should hopefully promise some amazing views and experiences.
And let's hope it keeps snowing as well.
Yeah, well, not too heavy. Thank you. So I once got, this was back in 2010 or 11, I once got terribly confused where I was here. It's around Grand Central Station, completely the wrong way. But yeah, basically you'll recognise this from loads of films, but also like Avengers, the first Avengers film, The Battle of New York. And you've got the Met Life up there. But what we're doing is heading to the left and to 1 Vanderbilt Summit.
So this is the bridge where they did the famous montage.
So for this trip, we've actually got Go City Pass, which has got unlimited experiences, but Summit at 1 Vanderbilt isn't actually included in that, but it's definitely something we wanted to do because we'd heard so many good positive things about it. So to get there, there's various ways to get there. We got there by going up Park Lane and then just taking a left when you got to Grand Central Station. You can actually get into it from Grand Central Station as well, which we discovered when we exited. But also there's the main hall in the Grand Central Terminal, and you can also use the doors next to the TD Bank located at 1 Vanderbilt itself. So what to expect when you get there? So there's going to be queues. It's a very, very popular attraction. It's relatively new, and lots of people are gagging to experience and get that Instagrammable sort of video. It costs $42 each for ourselves. There are various packages you can get, but we went just for the basic sort of entry, no extras added on top. I will say they do have accessible queuing as well, so if you do have access needs, just make sure you've got some proof, and they'll basically let you skip the first sort of surge of queuing, and which actually helped an awful lot. You could then get to the section where you put on shoe protection. So an interesting element of One Vanderbilt Summit is it's got mirrored floors, and they want to protect that. So they're not. No, it's not an accessory. No, it's got. And then you queue to go into the actual lifts themselves. It's all about lighting and sort of more about a feeling than anything else. It tastes a bit claustrophobic for some because it's strobing lights. They will warn you that before you get in, but you get out and it's just the impact, it hits you. So the first room, like all rooms, I will say reality versus expectation in regards of space and what you're able to do is limited. There's a reality to it. It's a busy attraction, but that said, the mirror room, we were in there a long time, and we definitely got to play around with like different angles, etc. There's a bit of waiting to get little spots, but I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would do. So this is actually much better than I had thought it could be. The views are spectacular. I thought from previous things we'd seen on the vlogs and YouTube is that people won't spend too much time in this particular room. I could stay here all day. This is literally just taking in every element and every minute detail of New York and Manhattan. It's brilliant, including the ice skating ring down below. Pop it in right here. Art-based room where I can't remember the artist's name, but it's basically like sort of blobs of mercury. Then we move on to the balloon room, so it's like the helium sort of, is it called reflection? And it essentially is sort of helium shiny balls, and it's like a play area really. It's kind of experimentation on reflections, and you still get those amazing views, but it is a smaller room and it is very popular and it gets very busy very quickly. What I didn't expect, however, is there's plenty of rooms after those, and you even go up a few levels, and where it's actually can be a bit quieter, and you get just as spectacular sort of views. You're just missing those kind of elements. Yeah, so as you go up onto the higher levels, you then realise you can look down on the places you've been already, which is actually quite a nice surprise, and it's actually a bit quieter and a bit more chilled. You can get just as amazing photos there, and you can take your time sort of just taking in all those views.
So Dan, where are we?
We're at, I can't remember what the place is called in the top of the lounge.
Bar on top of the building?
Yeah, but basically it's a summit bar where you can, it's that next level where you can just take a seat for a bit, which we need because we've been on the go for a while. The bubble room, the ballroom, is tiring if you get involved and do it. It is actually a bit of a workout. But yeah, it was really fun. But now we need a good drink. I'm going to be on mocktails, you're going on cocktails. We've got a passion fruit Cosmo for Robert, and I've got a watermelon spritz, no alcohol. This came to a total of $38 plus tip. So fingers crossed it's worth it. Certainly it's an outstanding view. Very soda-y. I'm wondering, I think I'm going to mix it because it's quite a lot of soda on top. Oh, that's nice. You definitely taste the strawberry. More in watermelon, it's not going to taste much. Yeah, that's really refreshing. So you don't have to have a cocktail if you're not going to be on alcohol like myself. Go for a mocktail and go for this one. This is really, this is 5 Kenobis. Wow.
Yeah, it's very refreshing. I can actually taste a weird kind of watermelon flavour going on there as well.
Yeah.
So this is a Cosmo, officially, technically, but it's not like a pink Cosmo like Carrie's going to drink. But then apparently not very nice anyway, is what we hear. That's actually really nice. Really kind of strong passion fruit, tart flavour going on there, but and really cold. Very nice. Yeah. So after going in the cafe / bar, the final section is you can go outside and exposed to the elements. And it is still snowing. I'm not sure if you can still see it or not, but the snow is still falling. You can see like the little snowflakes falling on my... Yeah, so the snow is falling. It's trying hard. I don't think anything is going to stick, but yeah, it's coming down. But yeah, this is the final part of the One Vanderbilt experience, I guess you could say.
One tip I will say, we have the gift shop. I did buy a few things from the gift shop, but one of the staff members noticed us like filming, and they said a tip would be if you make use of the public toilets, because they are public toilets which have the best views in Manhattan. Sure enough, it really is. It's literally like open to the rest of Manhattan. I didn't film in there because there was somebody else in there at the time, but it's worth a visit. Yes, it's a cliche to do all the hotspots for attractions. This is one of the best attractions I've ever been to in New York. I would say it's a must-do. It's an alternative to doing the Top of the Rock, Empire State Building. It kind of knocks the socks off both of those two, I would say.
I really enjoyed it. I was a bit worried because I do have a bit of a thing with heights. Not great, the higher the building goes. But I did really enjoy all the rooms. I didn't get too close to the windows on the edge. Everything was really enjoyable. Great place to take a lot of photos.
So you may have guessed we really liked it. I personally would give it 5 Kenobis out of 5. It's one of the number one attractions for me to do in New York. I would actually visit again, but do like the nighttime or sunset, because I can imagine that'd be absolutely spectacular as it changes the into night and the city lights come up.
So is everything with the tourist area. You have to queue to get down the building as well to get into the elevator going down.
Conveniently, at the base of the summit, you can go straight through to the Grand Central Terminal. So let's go.
So we just went on the subway for the first time since we've been in New York. How did we get on the subway, Darren?
Struggled. It's been a while. But ask someone at the information desk and they're usually helpful. Essentially go to one of the ticket machines. It'll ask you what type of ticket you want. We got a unlimited
7-day pass. It costs us $34.
Yeah.
Which is fine, that's
and then $1.
I think you have to pay $1 to buy the card as well.
Yes, to get the actual card to use.
And we did ask for the zip code when we were buying it, but I just put 0000, and it took that was fine. Yeah,
goes all through, and you've got it all sorted. So now we've just got to keep this safe, and we're sorted for the rest of the week, which is nice. My only difficulty is knowing which direction you're going.
Yeah, but there's plenty of people who work there, which you ask directions. That was fine.
Yeah, don't sort of expect to get advice of strangers because they'll want money for it. So it's time for a little bit of lunch. We're going to try and find somewhere on the way to Roosevelt's tramway, probably like a bagel or something, and then we're going to take a little trip on the transport system that goes over to Roosevelt Island, which I'm really looking forward to. We didn't know anything about this until literally like 2 weeks ago, so that's going to be a nice little jaunt.
Oh, okay. So what are we going for lunch, Darren?
Another pepperoni pizza. Day 2, pepperoni pizza number 2. See what it's like.
We literally wanted to grab something to eat before we got onto the cable car, and it was either this or Dunkin' Donuts. We had that this morning, so as much as I love Dunkin' Donuts, we're going to grab pizza.
It's probably going to get messy. Okay viewers, how do you eat your New York pizza style? I say you fold it and then you eat it. Rob says no folding. Heathen. Okay, so this is kind of like a fun little side thing you can do, and it's really cheap. It's part of your MTA. Say if you've got a weekly ticket, like we have a $35, You can use that to get into the tramway and back again. It's just a great view of the city, we've been told. So we're just now waiting. We've gone through the barrier. It's on where we walked from the station 59th Street, which was a direct, like 2 stops from Grand Central on the 6th. So that was really easy to get to. Same going back. We'll be able to get back to like Times Square or Central Park if we want to. Yeah, hopefully we get some good views.
So we just got off the cable car. What's this called?
It says Roosevelt
Island Tramway. Yes.
So Roosevelt Island has been there for many, many years, and it's been used for many different things. Excuse the horns. There's been a penitentiary, there's been an asylum, it's basically the New York asylum, and then smallpox hospital, and there's actually remains of the hospital there, which is actually worth visiting at night because it's very scary and spooky.
We'll link a video that explains everything that's on the island, where we got the information
where
from
we
in
got
the first place.
But yeah, it's part of your, if you've got like a ticket for the subway, use it. If you've got like
it's not nothing extra.
So it's just your Metro card.
It's about just 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes to go one way, and then 3.5, 4 minutes to come back, and then another 3 minutes. We just got straight off, and then you can't stay on the tram, so you have to get off. But we got straight back on again on the same one, and just came straight back over. And I was freaking out a little bit because it does go quite high. But at the same time, I was by a window and I chose to do that, and I kind of was okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I will say that I think if it was summer or spring, we'd probably get off and stay there for a bit because there's actually nice parks around. About 1,500 people live on that island. There's like a whole community with their own security.
I thought it was 15,000.
15,000, sorry. There's about 15,000 live on there with their own security, and it's part of the Queen's Borough. So it's kind of a really nice little place to visit and get away from the city, and there's food and drink there as well. It's great.
Yeah,
worth a visit. But now we're going to head back to the subway on 59th Street, and we're going to see about going up to the Guggenheim. So I've never been, I've always wanted to. We haven't got long to spend there, but it's worth going for an hour or two maybe.
One thing to note is that whatever kind of stories or things about people honking their horns in New York is absolutely true. It doesn't stop all day. Any street you go on, people are just honking their horns 24/7. And also, it's quite quiet now, but when we were in the hotel, I could just hear sirens left, right and centre. Just constantly, sirens all the time. But we haven't heard them too much when we've been walking around so far.
Well, not no. So to finish our afternoon, we've decided to come uptown and we're going to visit for a short while the Guggenheim. I've never been. We've got a Go City Pass, which we'll explain in another video a bit more depth. But essentially we've got a 4-day pass to use unlimited amounts of certain attractions, and this is one of them. So here we have Claude Monet. What do you think, Rob?
From far away it's okay, but up close it's a big mess.
Okay, guess the film. Guess the film from that. He's so impressed with himself. So the rumour is that when you get to the top of here, there's a big slide that takes you all the way back down to the start. This thing has Star Wars like the Empire would do. It's very Bespin.
It looks like. So Darren, how was your Guggenheim experience?
That was very pleasant. We were only there for like an hour, but yeah, we got to see some really good old classics. Loads of like stuff I didn't even realise was in there, and then we did the gift shop. May have got a present for someone in our family for Christmas, which really stuck out. But yeah, it's a really impressive space, and the staff are really nice as well.
Yeah, that was a nice little experience I didn't expect going to the gallery. And now we're heading back to the hotel to rest for a little bit, and then get changed and go see a show, because Darren loves the show.
And Rob has to be dragged kicking and screaming apparently. So welcome back to the hotel. We're back in the Virgin Hotel room. Sirens on the go. So I'd heard very last minute of a recommended donut place, and just turns out it's round the corner, literally the next block across. So if this is good, it's going to be a regular dose. So it's called Bear Donut, and yeah, I was quite impressed with it. They've got loads of sort of like seasonal donuts, really brightly coloured donuts, merch as well. I might be going back there for a particular baseball cap that's like done in corduroy. So what do we get? We got the snowman, which is tiramisu. The green one, which is done like a Christmas wreath, that's pistachio. This one is the maple bacon, is it?
Yes.
Or maple. I'm assuming it's just maple. Again, Christmassy. And then the raspberry, which is all the ones we seem to go for had like a Christmas theme on them. So I'm quite looking forward to trying these, because I have no idea what to expect. This tiramisu, yeah, that's really good. It's basically like your standard cream filled, but it does have like a nice tiramisu flavour. 4 out of 5 canobis.
It's just like a creamy donut.
Yeah, but it is like
I'm not getting strong tiramisu flavour.
Maybe it depends on which bit you bite, I guess.
It's very nice, but not getting a strong tiramisu flavour. Oh yeah, there's a strong pistachio flavour there.
Oh wow, yeah, that is. Oh, it's got like very good, like a really nice pistachio flavour. That's really nice. Yeah, I like that one. I'm going to try the maple. That's nice. Yeah. That's really nice as well. Strong maple colour, and you also get that smell, like the smell in the roof of your mouth. Those are really good. That's nice as well. It doesn't taste. It does taste of raspberry, but not as strong as the flavours of the other two we just had. Yeah, really good. Well, if you're in, so where we are, which is kind of around 31st, 32nd East. If you're in that area, it's basically next to Koreatown. Yeah, one of the side streets, I think it's 32nd East. Bear Donut is worth a visit if you're down there.
What was your favourite one?
I would say probably the pistachio, which I didn't. Pistachio is the one I was least looking forward to.
Right.
Because you chose that one, and I was like, but actually that was my favourite.
An overall score?
4 canobis out of 5. That's really strong, yeah. Strong contender for a decent donut in New York for me.
Overall, my favourite was the maple bacon, or it's not bacon, but just maple. But I want to say bacon every time I hear the maple. Yeah, that was definitely my favourite. Definitely decent donuts. I'd give it a strong 4 out of 5 shrimps and a barbie.
And what we're going to do now?
We're going to rest for a little bit and then head off to the theatre. So Darren, we just got out of Gutenberg The Musical. How was it for you?
I booked this not knowing what to expect, and I went in pretty much, still in that state. All I know is that I really enjoyed Josh Gad and Andrew Reynolds. Amazing. They were originally put together in Book of Mormon years ago, and this is their first thing I think that they've done together on Broadway since, and it works perfectly. The two of them have the best comedy timing for them to be just on stage all by themselves with just like 3 band members, and they keep it going, and it's just so funny from the start. How can you describe it? It's essentially a meta musical about writing musicals, about how they're created and dreams, and I guess it's what this is to musicals what Deadpool is to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's basically
it's a very good analogy, yes.
Yeah, it's that kind of turns things on its head and makes a mockery of it, but at the same time it's lovingly done. They're just brilliant. It's so sad that it's only got a limited run, because it's something I would go back and watch again. When they break, when they don't stick to the script, it becomes even more beautiful. It's like those beautiful moments when you watch Saturday Night Live and they kind of break. It can be often the best part of a sketch. The music's really fun. The ending's amazing. It's beautiful. If you get a chance to see it before it finishes early next year, 2024, please do. It's great. Yeah, it's really, really good. But now I'm really, really hungry, and we're going to go off and have an Italian meal on the rooftop downtown. To Serra, S-E-R-R-A.
Did you buy anything?
Oh yeah, it only makes sense if you've seen the musical.
Oh my god!
If you've seen the musical, you get it. That's the only thing. It's my favourite colour, yellow, and yeah, it's a big part of the whole production. I want to see these two do more stuff together, as much stuff as possible. But anyway, let's go. We're going to need to go downtown and get on the subway. So we've done a musical on Broadway, what's best now? Time to eat. So we've come downtown to, which is Madison Square Garden, just off Fifth Avenue. And we're going to head for some good Italian food, hopefully. So it's in a place called Italy, which is kind of like an Italian district shopping sort of homewares, food, etc. And I think it's on the roof. We'll see. I've seen photos, but we'll see. I think we have to go through the store to actually get to the restaurant. So come on, let's go.
First of all, the environment is beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and the atmosphere is amazing. For starters, we had shared, and that was the burrata with rustic bread and the arancini. And I've got to say, for me personally, both of them were knockout. The arancini was really light, fluffy, served very fresh, hot, like really, really hot, sizable and just gooey and light and delicious. We could have quite easily made a meal just of those. And then the burrata was fantastic. Tasty, the texture was lovely, the rustic bread, it was quite tough to break into, especially the crust. But when you did, it was beautiful, absolutely like top notch. I'd given both 5 Kenobis, like out of 5.
One thing I did find bizarre was the rustic bread it's the toughest, hardest bread I've ever had. That was the only kind of small blemish in terms of the food.
For my main, I had the pappardelle, which was a mushroom, kind of like a truffly, buttery mushroom. It was so rich and creamy. The pasta was done to perfection, al dente, creamy. The aroma as it was put down in front of us, wow.
For the mains, I had the tagliatelle ragu, great rich tomato flavour. The meat was fantastic, very soft. Yeah, tagliatelle very well cooked.
And then, of course, the other thing we ordered was a cocktail each. I allowed myself to have one alcoholic cocktail, and we both went for cranberry frizzaz. And similar to what we had at Summit, it was refreshing, it was sizable, and it lasted the whole meal. Because originally I was thinking we're going to have more than one, but no, we ended up having like just one for the whole meal, and it was great, absolutely fantastic.
The drink was very refreshing, and it was a huge portion for a cocktail, which is not always the case, especially when we're dining out in London at the moment.
I would give the restaurant 5 Kenobis out of 5 for atmosphere, service. Alex, who served us, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So lovely and polite, and well deserving of a tip.
So overall, I would say for a meal experience, 5 shrimps and a barbie on that one. I really enjoyed that meal experience. The ambience, the whole presentation of the restaurant certainly added to the experience of that. We were there quite late, so we felt a little bit bad, and we were there till the end. But a very enjoyable experience. And also, this whole, we had to Google it, but the Eataly is quite a cool kind of little thing. It's a lot bigger downstairs before you go up to the restaurant than what we expected. A lot of different kind of sections where you can get food, and apparently there is one in London as well, so we're going to check that out when we go back to London.
Which would be dangerous because you could spend a lot of money in there.
Yes. There is 3 restaurants in the London one, but the restaurant for this one is actually on the 14th floor as well, bizarrely, so you go right to the back and they have an elevator that goes up and that goes up to the 14th floor. But I would definitely recommend this experience if you come to New York.
Would you go back for the rooftop experience if it was like in a warm climate?
Yes. What I would say is it was a little cool up there. It's a restaurant built on top of the roof.
Yeah, the roof.
On top of the roof. Basically, it felt like it was added on top of the roof, and so it was a little chilly, especially towards the end of the evening. But overall, very good experience.
That is a pretty full second day, and that is it from us. We've eaten, we've laughed.
We've got photos looked at.
We've gone to great heights. Yeah, we've covered a lot today, but there's going to be more coming up. Tomorrow we're going to be heading to the High Line and Hudson Yards and the Edge, and then hopefully we're going down to Greenwich and do a bit of downtown, maybe even some shopping.
Been a good day and all?
Yeah. Please, if you've just discovered us, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're with us again, then welcome. Thank you for joining us again on the trip. It's been a long time coming, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye.